My friends say they'd watch my tech news today, so I'm just gonna wait until they text me before starting. Yeah, any minute now.
There's always Friday.
Apple is preparing to allow third-party app stores in iOS in European countries. They get all the best stuff. According to a report from Bloomberg, who reports on all the best stuff, the trillion-dollar company had a real change of heart. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It's in response to a new law. Who would have guessed it? Tech just does whatever it wants in North America. The EU's Digital Markets Act defines companies that meet certain criteria as gatekeepers, which are uncool in 2022, and places certain requirements on these gatekeepers, such as making sure third-party apps are accessible and for any first-party messaging services to be interoperable with other services.
And not to let Aragorn into Mordor.
Now we just need to regulate the gaslighters.
What is this, like, second-degree hecklers over here? Don't get too excited about being able to play Tim Cook's Sexy Dress Up 2022 on your iPad just yet. While the law goes into effect in 2023, companies don't have to comply until 2024. What's more, Apple will have to meet the law's criteria for gatekeeper, and Apple will probably fight to keep their 30% store commission until the very last possible moment, because they're cool kids, think different. And if there's one hill Tim Cook would be willing to die on, it'll be the one that's made out of money. In news that will shock no one who watches this, YouTube thinks they can do a better job at moderating comments.
You're kidding.
We think so too. The company announced 2 days ago that they are working on improving their automated detection systems and machine learning models to identify and remove spam. Very Facebook sounding. They further stated that they've improved their detection to keep bots out of live chats, so now you can rest easy knowing the account that made you cry is a real person. You piece of shit. But wait, there's more! YouTube is adding a feature to warn users when their comments have been removed, and if you keep being naughty, you'll receive a 24-hour timeout and coal in your stocking. The timeout length comes from the standard practice of making the number of hours of the timeout equal to the number of years that you've disappointed your parents. Speaking of bad reputations, apparently YouTube's parent company, Google, or Alphabet, I guess it's both, has stated that they won't launch a rival to OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot because of the reputational risk the technology poses. Or maybe they figure that before they can teach an AI about the entire world, they should figure out how to teach a bunch of keyboard warriors that bullying strangers on the internet is bad. It's one of those jokes I deliver without understanding it. Can you tell? You can always kind of tell. Scientists at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory claim to have carried out the first nuclear fusion experiment to achieve ignition, meaning that the reaction created more energy than it took to start it. The closest we've come to achieving ignition before this was when the remix released in 2002. Don't listen to it though. Can't give a rapist royalties.
Bounce anymore.
The facility used 192 lasers to deliver 2.05 megajoules of energy onto a gold cylinder, which you can buy, just joking, the size of a pea that contained a frozen capsule of hydrogen. The laser sent beams into either end of the cylinder, causing X-rays, not to be confused with all the people named Ray I've previously dated, to be radiated from the cylinder and compress the capsule into a fusion reaction. According to nuclear scientist and Fred Rogers, if he were a scientist, Marv Adams, is there a picture of this guy? The reaction created 3.15 megajoules in less than the time it would take for light to travel 1 inch.
Insert penis joke here.
Redefining what we mean by romance explosion. While we haven't made fusion reactors a reality yet, we are a huge leap closer than we were before I delivered this tech news. Eventually, fusion won't just be for stars. It'll be for normal, hardworking people too.
Victory to the proletariat.
Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Brilliant, a hands-on and interactive way to learn STEM topics. Brilliant offers thousands of lessons with new topics to learn each month, like their Computer Science Fundamentals course. Their services can be used to supplement a college education, or you can use it if getting smart is just a passion of yours. After all, if you don't understand the basics behind a problem, where do you even start your troubleshooting? And if you can't answer that, the Foundational Logic course might be for you. The first 200 people that head to brilliant.org/techlink will get 20% off an annual premium subscription. I think that deal is very good. So go ahead, get smart.
Quick bits don't last very long, and they're insecure about it. Stop bringing it up. Meta is facing a $2 billion lawsuit for allegedly failing to moderate violent posts in Ethiopia. See what I said before? The son of Ethiopian academic Professor Marang Amar Abra, my best, who was killed last year after being attacked and doxed in Facebook posts, has filed a lawsuit in Kenya's High Court. Internal documents have shown that Facebook knew about the posts, but failed to take them down before they were used to target the professor. You guys don't get it though. They really needed to work on the metaverse.
Horizon Worlds?
It's really important. In much lighter news, Steam Gaming has come to Teslas. A holiday update now allows 2022 models S and X with 16 gigabytes of memory to run basically any game that's been verified to run well on the Steam Deck. Maybe this will bring Tesla stock prices up, since their drop in value cost Elon his spot as world's richest person.
Oh, sad violin.
Oh, if there's anything that boosts stock values, it's distracted driving. Why crash your game when you can crash your car too? The ElonJet Twitter account that famously tracked Musk's air travel in real time has been suspended. Another win for the big guy. Elon previously offered the operator of the account $5,000 to delete the account, which he pisses every morning.
I don't want to picture that.
I guess instead of upping the deal, Elon decided to drop $44 billion on Twitter and just remove it himself. Except that last month, Elon tweeted he wouldn't take the account down because of his commitment to free speech. Does that mean changing your mind is even freer speech? What, you want to stop people from changing their mind? Okay, Pol Pot! A laundry list of celebrities are being sued for promoting the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. Remember those?
Nope.
A class action alleges that these celebrities were paid to promote the pictures and not disclose that paid promotion. In an episode of The Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton created the most uncomfortable 77 seconds on television by talking about their personal monkey pictures.
Says a lot when not even Fallon laughs.
Turns out that was an ad. No, not for the NFTs. It was for cyanide. Apparently, multi-million-dollar companies like Square Enix can't even afford stock image fees. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion came out yesterday, and fans found a picture with a Getty Images watermark on it. Apparently, the image is a painting from 1881 that was stretched to fit in its virtual frame.
For AI art.
I've never felt better about my Photoshop skills than I do right now. Oh, you're fired. And you'll never feel better than when you come back on Friday for more tech news. We're like a big, loving family that never touches or talks in real life or texts me to tell me that they're not gonna be able to watch the show. We did it anyway.
I love you.
Pol Pot!